go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit you throwing, I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit you sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist, man, check the wrist, man. Got him hot, ayy. Man, can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the big skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards. You just on your 5th grand. Run it up, 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 count it up. Ayy, 100s and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ayy, she want it like me cause her lame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 in a bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted.
And, Coach, we find ourselves due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Here we go, set, 60 outlaw.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
On the ground with Bryce Love, the former Stanford Cardinal. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
Looking deep downfield. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. LaMarcus Joyner with a pick. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. This one complete into the hands of Darius Fountain. It's an Eagles first down on a gain of 11.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Done.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
And he's going to be stopped close to the first down marker at about the Redskins' 37.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Shit.
Let's go, great.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
Let's go, boys.
A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's go, Pete. Let's go. Now let's get there.
Now Wentz. And he's got his man on the out route. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
14, 82, 14.
56, Mike, 56.
57.
Get that. Switch. Joker.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Throwing is Wentz. And that's complete to Sanders. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Man 5-7.
That's the pass. 56 to Mike.
To throw is Wentz. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
A crucial penalty there as the hold backs him up for another 2nd and goal.
Hey, kill it. Hey, 4-2, kill it.
56. Mike, 56. Right there.
There.
Don't say nothing. Mike, 56.
From the gun, it's Wentz. And this one's incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Wentz. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Able to move the ball on that drive. Yes, just 3 points, but 4 first downs were in there.
Yeah, and you can look at it and feel pretty good about the whole thing and think, okay, this should continue throughout this ball game. On the flip side, if you're a defender, it's almost like, whew, we only gave up 3. They moved the ball on us pretty well.
Let's go
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
Second and 11 at the 26-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Me and you on deck. On deck. I'm coming after you.
Ready?
This is Geis. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
42. I got you, punk. Hey, Mike's 42. Mike's 42.
To throw on third down. Shipley. Goodwin able to haul it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. On first down, this is Geis. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Mike's 54.
Leo.
I'm coming for you. You mine. Check 31. Check 31. 36. 36.
Hey, Alpha.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. Escapes the sack, but he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Fletcher Cox, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down.
Tie it right. Tie it right.
Put up.
Operating from the gun, Shipley. And that's caught inside the 30. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6.
56.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz looking middle, and it's incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
The goal of anyone running a curl route is to make sure you try and get defenders on your back and shield them away from the football. But sometimes even when you run a good route, the defense finds a way to knock it away.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Great. Sunday.
Throwing now is Wentz. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Reuben Foster picks it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Geis. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You must be getting tired of seeing me. Watch the twitch.
On 2nd down, Love. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add in a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
60 Pittsburgh.
3rd and 6.
Go. What do you want? Hey, Foxtrot.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Ready.
From the gun, Shipley. Well, he's going to go for it all. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point up and good by Tavecchio. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete, and he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Come on, QB. Come on. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Straight 15.
56, Mike.
Now Wentz. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
56, right there.
Wentz now on first down. And complete to Zach Ertz. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Wentz going to throw, and he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Off the edge, the sack by Matt Ioannidis. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Here's Wentz to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
He was pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Complete. It's Johnson. No gain there on the completion. It'll be 2nd down. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. His 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Well, you're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if. Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half.
Mike 5-4.
Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Meanwhile, in Los Angeles, an update from there. It's the Chargers out to an early lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. The clock showing just 16 seconds till the half as they line up 1st and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Nifty running there, but it'll come on what should be the final play of half number 1. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And it's Reuben Foster in on the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll go again with Sanders. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
55's my guy, 55.
Wentz going to try and throw on third. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. A big pickup there for the Eagles' first down, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the
Here we go.
first down, Eagles.
Sunday.
He's checking.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
He getting in. He's not going to get me.
To throw, it's Wentz. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
I know in every game we do, we talk about momentum. That was a momentum play lost. And now there could be a letdown because they didn't get the interception.
Yeah, you could almost hear the collective gasp on the sideline as he could not come up with that football.
Watch the pass.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Wentz now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike 56. Mike 56. 56. Mike 56. Right there. 56. All right, T. Let's go. All right, T.
Now Wentz again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
And that incompletion was caused by the defense. I think they were trying to get one into the middle of the field, trying to find a receiver there. But they were in zone defense. And what are the advantages of being in zone? Eyes and reaction. Eyes meaning all eyes are on the quarterback and able to react when he throws the football and rally to that spot. And that's exactly what happened there. Able to get there and knock it away.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
56. Let's go, Heavy. Let me know what you got. What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Big ass. 56. 56. Right there. 56. Let's get the ball. Mike's 56.
81.
Watch his slant.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. It was Bryce Callahan jarring the ball free defensively.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Chopper!
On second down now, it's Love. And he'll take this one only up to about his 13-yard line. They get just a yard back there, and now they'll be looking at a tough 3rd and 15.
Get him, boy. Let's go now. 15, line it. 15 line. Yo, go, go. Smooth.
42, Mike 42. Coming to you. 42 is the mic, boys. 42.
Shoot.
Operating from the gun, Shipley. And that is incomplete. Had to pass there, 3rd and long on your own side of the field. Just couldn't come up with anything.
That's why teams always talk about having to win the early downs, meaning you've got to gain yardage and set yourself up for 3rd and short, because when it's 3rd and long, the odds go down significantly trying to pick up the first down, even throwing the football.
And taken right on the 30. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Lefty. You better break. Let me know right now. You better break. Mike, 50.
Wentz now on 1st down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
They'll try to get this running game going with Geis. And they've got it in the red zone now, down at about the 19. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Right there. 54 Mike. Crunch time.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Shipley. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Love. But he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's going to get about 4 down inside the 10 to the 9.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
You ain't going nowhere.
Check 24. Hey, alert 3.
Pilot, 64, weak. Ready.
On 2nd down. It's Love, and only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Here's Love, and he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Tavecchio puts this one through, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Open man, Arcega-Whiteside. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia.
82, 82. X3, 218, chop. 56 to Mark, boy, 56.
On first down, Wentz. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Miles Sanders out of the backfield. That'll bring up second down.
Here we go, here we go. 280! Here we go, here we go.
Wentz to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. The Eagles on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Wentz. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Eagles indeed snap it. Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Line of scrimmage moves from one 37-yard line to the other as they come up 1st and 10. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Again, it's Wentz. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 25. It's a foot race. The 20. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Redskins touchdown. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it bit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Tavecchio good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And now he'll tuck it and run. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wentz now to throw. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
First down, Philadelphia.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Let's go, let's go.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Wentz on the draw, leaves it for Sanders. They get 1 yard back there to make it 2nd and 14.
Well, obviously they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead now, they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now.
Here we go, here we go. 280! Hey, ram!
Check 50, check 50.
Another run with Sanders. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. That'll bring up 3rd and 8.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a 3rd down now as they try to find a late score. On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And now the punt team couldn't get ready in time, and this is going to be a delay. So that'll back him up 5. Here's Matt Bosher now as he's on to punt for Philadelphia. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 2nd and
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch the run, watch the run. Good side, baby, that's a baby side.
They stay on the ground. Geis again. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
So hail to the Redskins as they get the victory here. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they close.
big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this a jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad. We're special, I just wanna see more Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy base.